What was it like transitioning, dude? Like for people out there that are in the 9 to 5, and I know you're still holding your 9 to 5. This is still a side hustle until you get to a certain point. For those that are still doing their 9 to 5 and are going to have to do their 9 to 5 to kind of make that transition, like you live in California, it's not like rent's cheap. How do you manage that with the 9 to 5 and doing this? Because I know there's way more people that have the 9 to 5 than don't. So talk about that for a second.
So I have kind of a little like a unique situation where I'm on the West Coast, but I'm working East Coast hours. So I'm done at 2 p.m. every day because I'm working East Coast hours. So from 2 to 5, I'm open to doing like prospecting calls if needed. And there's business owners are answering their phones at that time.
What time do you start on Pacific time?
I'm up at like 6 a.m.
Okay, so I just want to point that out for anyone that's like, oh, that's not my situation. Yeah, but guess what? If your situation was different and you started at 9, let's say you were on Eastern time and you were starting on PST, guess what? You could just get up and do those 3 hours in the morning before you started work. But I'm just pointing that out because I know.
Yeah, I mean, I'm grinding. I've been grinding. Like I've been putting in a lot of hours because I have my full-time job. And the thing is like people can call, like random clients will call in for a lead. A lot of times I'll just take it real quick, or I'll tell them to text me, and then I get back to them. So it's very manageable in the middle of the day because all I tell them is I just straight up say, I'm like, yeah, I'm not the business owner. I'm just running their calls for them. We'll get back to you either later today or tomorrow with a quote for you. And everyone's always cool about it. They're like, oh, okay, yeah, sure. And I get their name and their number, and then I'll transfer it later, whether I have a business owner on the hook or not. Like a lot of times it's like I don't have one yet, and then I have to go find someone. And then I'm on the hook to go get somebody, and I'll transfer it over.
Just when we got on this call right before, you had a lead come in and you told them that, you just said, hey, you got their information, I'll call you back and we'll get you taken care of, right?
Yeah, so now I need to figure that out, yeah.
I love it, man. Here's what I'm curious about, and this is so fun for me. Like, what is this a vehicle to do? Like, everyone's different, right? Some people want to go and buy their time back and just go travel the world. Some people just want to make as much money as possible to buy real estate. Some people, it's this. Like, what are you trying to do with digital real estate that, like maybe that's unique to you or maybe not, but like, what are you using digital real estate as a vehicle to?
Honestly, I'm just trying to make more money so I can work less. I want to be able to quit my 9 to 5 job. I'd still see this as a job, but this is something I would enjoy doing much more than having to report to a job. This is something you can do on your own schedule. And I can just go live on the beach.
From what you're telling me, the gig that you had, the job that you currently have, you probably worked your butt off to even get it, because you don't just land government data freaking analyst jobs just by coming out with your GED. Like, I could tell you hustled to get that, but like, at what point did you realize, dude, this ain't gonna work? I gotta do something else. I gotta have a side hustle. I gotta start making money, owning the asset, buying my time. Like, when did that click for you?
Honestly, when I had my other side hustle thing, and I was like, the side hustle sucks. I was doing that drop shipping thing, and I was like, this isn't gonna cut it ever. And so when I sold that, I was like, I'm gonna look for something else. And that's when it clicked to me that there was a lot of money that could be made in this, and it's so scalable, right? It's like, you want to make more money, get another client. You want more money, get another. Like it's recurring. It's just such a good. Like I was selling like high ticket, like I was selling like wine coolers and stuff, and there's decent margins in it until shipping came. But you have to keep selling another one. Here you have one client and you get recurring monthly income. It's just a great business model. When it clicked to me is when I heard about it. Honestly, I think I bought the course the next day after I saw it.
Dude, have you ever had a conversation with anybody? I know I haven't, but maybe you have. Have you ever told anyone what you do and you're like, hey, I build these little websites, they don't cost me that much money, and I sell them for thousands of dollars per month, and I'm just the middleman? Have you ever said that to anyone and they're like, oh, that's stupid, bro?
No.
Honestly,
dude, I'm not even really telling anyone until I reach a certain level, and then I'll just let people know what I've been doing.
Bro, that's like the Gatsby, right? Like just loaded, no one knows what you do, right? It could be drugs, could be this, right? Could be whatever. No, I respect that, but it's just interesting. Like, if you start talking about drop shipping, you're gonna have somebody like, yeah, but I got this buddy and it's like really expensive. Dude, I've never heard anyone talk bad about this model, because if you do it correctly, it's like, it just makes sense.
It does, yeah.